DT Alpha Talkback Show for Monday, June 30th, 2008. Welcome to the DT Alpha Talkback Show, where you get the right information right now for personal and business development. For contact and other information, please visit us at dtalpha.com. And now, for fact-free information, no fluff and no fillers, here's your host, Stephen Pierce.
Hi, this is Stephen Pierce, and I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this audio. And in fact, the fact that you're actually listening to this audio means somebody cares about you enough to want you to be able to succeed beyond your wildest dreams. What you're about to listen to is a 60-minute presentation from a live event that I did. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because, to my shock and pleasant surprise, the impact that this short 60-minute session has had on those that have listened to it has been nothing short of amazing. So what I want you to do is I want you to take off your do not disturb sign, meaning, I know that already, or any of those types of ideas, and I want you to listen, because the ideas in the concepts that I'm about to share with you here are the base and the foundation of all transformation. It will help you to understand how to succeed, regardless of what it is you pick to succeed in, regardless of your business, regardless of your chosen field. It doesn't even matter. What you want to get here is the core, fundamental, foundational elements that can help you to succeed. So whatever it is you're working in, whatever business it is, or whatever job it is, or whatever career it is, or even if it's sports and or some kind of athletics, I feel that after you finish listening to this 60 minutes, you're going to be able to go much further, much faster. At least that's my hope. And if the impact on you is even a partial of the impact that it's had on those that listen to this live, then I have a high degree of confidence that your life will definitely be transformed. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead to this live event, and I want you to enjoy it, and I'll come right back here with you after you listen to this 60 minutes. Make sure you're undisturbed, okay? And make sure you pay attention to what it is I'm going to be sharing with you for the next 60 minutes. You ready? Come on, you can do better than that. Come on. All right. Have a seat. Okay, so we have 60 minutes, and I want to go over something that's probably going to be one of the most significant things you ever cover in your entire life. But first, I want you to think it's 12 months from now. It's a Saturday, and you're doing a check or checking in on your bank balance. What do you want to see? This is for real. It's 12 months from now. It's a beautiful Saturday, and you're looking at your checking account balance. Maybe you logged online. Maybe you went to the ATM. What do you want to see? I want you to write that number down. Seriously. And don't fall into the trap of writing down what you think you can get. Write down what it is you really, really want. Because whatever that number is, you can hit that number if your willingness matches what it is you want. Your willingness to do whatever it takes. And what I'm going to share with you here in these next 60 minutes is exactly how you can make that happen. This will change your life. I want you to look at somebody and tell them, this will change your life. Look at somebody and tell them. Look at somebody else and tell them. And it will, and it is. So what it is I've done is I've looked to simplify this for you so that you can really understand it and take this in. But understand, if you do this, if you do exactly what it is I'm about to share with you here, your life will never be the same. Just as sure as a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, and just as sure as an acorn becomes an oak tree, this has worked 100% of the time. 100% of the time. This is the combination. This is the key. This is the thing that's going to make you what it is you ultimately wanted to be. Have you to experience everything it is you wanted to experience. You guys ready for this? Yeah. It's going to blow your head off. But this is real. This is real. At the end of the day, this is what makes it work. Okay? So, I put it together in 3 different areas, and you will want to write this stuff down. Okay? I have an area of mind management. Okay? I have an area of the truth about money. Okay? And I have an area of taking action. One of the first things that you need to understand is that money is an effect. It's not a cause. Money is an effect. It's not a cause. But before I go a little bit deeper into that, I want you to understand there are actually 5 types of effects. Okay? You have what I call psychological effects. Okay? Those are like your mental effects. You have what are called financial effects. Okay? You have what are called physical effects, what I call functional effects, and what I call systemic effects. Now, we won't talk about these right here. What I want to talk about is the psychological effects. Okay? The psychological effects. Interesting enough, cause is mind. Mind is the cause. Money is the effect. Are you following me here? Now, how can there be a psychological effect, but at the same time, mind is the cause? How many of you know we have, for the most part, 2 parts of the brain? We have the conscious and the subconscious, right? The subjective and the objective. Well, think of your mind like this. Think of your mind, your conscious mind, the mind that you're using right now to pay attention to me and everybody else in this room, as the captain of the ship. And look at your subconscious mind as being all of the other soldiers on the ship, and the only thing that it does is follow the instructions that the captain gives it. Are you following me? It's like I like to tell people that this whole life thing is a mind game. And you are both the coach and the player. Your conscious mind is the coach. Your subconscious mind are the players, and the players are only going to do what you instruct them to do. How many are following along so far? Now, well, how is it we go about coaching ourselves? There's 5 things. These are the 5 primary things. Okay? What are you focusing on? Okay? What are you saying to yourself? You can just call that language. Okay? What images do you see? Okay? What are you feeling? And what are you believing? Now I want you to think for a minute. Think about a time where you had an opportunity to do something and you did not do it. Because you just, for some reason, felt like it was not going to work for you. I want you to go back to that time and look at it. What were you actually focusing on? Were you focusing on the past or were you focusing on the future? And if you didn't do it and you were focusing on the past, you were probably focusing on how something just like that or similar to that or just something altogether did not work. How many understand what I'm talking about? Yes. That's what we were focusing on. And if we were focusing on the future, we were probably focusing on how it probably won't work, and maybe how embarrassed you would be and how humiliating it will be if it doesn't work, or how you may be outcast from your inner circle or whatever. Okay? What about what you were saying to yourself? The language you were using, was it constructive or destructive? Chances are it was destructive. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? It was destructive. Now what about